evening and welcome to Bushnell-Prairie City High School for game number 6 of the BPC Spartan Tip-Off Classic. I am John Reynolds alongside Chris Frankhauser, who will be doing some color commentary tonight for game number 6 of the BPC Tip-Off Classic.
Yes, good evening, and exciting first game here between the Bombers and the Illini Bluff Tigers, and hopefully have another good one here tonight with the second game with the host Spartans taking on the Illini West Chargers.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bombers and Tigers going into a big game there, going back and forth pretty much the whole game between both squads, who are very competitive and definitely one of the big pieces coming into this tournament as well. But the Tigers ended up coming out on top. They won by 4, but played a heck of a game.
Yeah, they did win last night by 7 over West Prairie. West Prairie had the lead in the second half. Mr. Copeland had a heck of a game for West Prairie. Like 6 threes in the contest last night, but Illini Bluff's able to come back and win it by 7 in the opener last night. So Tigers off to a 2-0 start on the season. Coach Anderson's here, right here.
Yep, Coach Anderson's going to join us from Macomb.
I'll let you, since you saw all the game, you can talk to Coach, since I jumped in here kind of late.
Coach Anderson, nice to have you on the mic here this evening.
Thanks, sir.
Joining us here after the first game, a hard-fought one between you guys and the Illini Bluff Tigers.
Absolutely. That's typical of the type of game that you have. IB's a really physical team, really athletic dudes, and so that's the type of game it comes down to.
Yeah, ended up coming down to, that final fourth quarter there between you guys coming back and forth on the inbounds, and then it ended up Toby Cooper making some big free throws there for Illini Bluff. So, but seeing a lot of fight out of your team, what was the biggest thing that you took away from your guys here tonight?
I thought our effort was outstanding, and we really played hard. I think we kind of ran out of steam. I think the third game in 3 nights is definitely catching up to us there late. We had Braden and Drew and Malachi with some really good looks that they're normally going to be pretty solid with, but just come up short because I think their legs are shot. That's a tough team to guard. They got guys that can really put their head down and get to the rim, and if you don't have the stamina to stay in front of them, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be help situations, And we lost number 15 in the corner a couple times. We gave them a few second chance buckets that I guess I would say ordinarily we're going to clean those types of things up. So
absolutely, though. Yeah, great game from the Bombers here tonight, who just fallen a little short, but look good. And I know
it's a good early season game, right? Because now you've seen different styles of play. I would say Illini West probably guards similar to how we like to guard, with more of a contained situation. And so you're used to that. Now your CIB guards, they really get up and they deny and stuff. And so it's a good opportunity to see that, because you're going to see those types of things down the stretch of the season. And so you have to know how to handle them. Even having to do the late game things, I thought our guys did a really good job with those. Some of that stuff's really hard to practice because you can't simulate the intensity of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we did a nice job of extending the game when we had to. Right down to the end, we had our last second play that we thought we could get a shot off. So they did a lot of really nice stuff. I think it comes down to, fundamentally, can you stay in front of your man? Can you keep him from driving it past you? Can you only give up one shot? And those are the things that ultimately really hurt us.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, Jeremy Anderson, head coach of the Macomb Bombers. Chris, you have any?
Nope. Tough game tonight. You guys had a tough one last night with the Illini West. I thought you guys, looking back a little bit on last night's game, since we didn't get a chance to talk, defensively, I thought you guys played fantastically. You really shut down. Niederman had a heck of a game on Monday night. You guys really kept him in check, and I think only single-digit scoring for Illini West last night in the second and third quarters.
I agree with you. I thought our defensive performance last night was outstanding. Our guys did an excellent job of putting the principles in place that we've been practicing against the dribble drive motion stuff, which we've practiced, a lot in the last couple of years. And so we kind of forced them to take some tough contested jump shots, and we rebounded. still offensively in that game, we only got to 33.
Right.
And so we have strides to go offensively, which we'll get there. I mean, it's a lot of timing and spacing and doing it full speed in an intense situation. So yeah, so far, other than losing the game, but I think you got to be at this point of the season looking further ahead than just losing that one game,
right?
To try to evaluate where you are and what you need to do.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we'll let you hit the road here.
Thanks, guys.
Great game this
Thanks,
evening.
Coach. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You too.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Yeah, good for the Bombers here
Thank you.
tonight, getting some early season action in between the Illini Bluff Tigers here in the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartan Tip-Off Classic. And we will have the
Coach Voss coming over from Illini Bluffs. I think is going to come over here for a couple minutes. So get a chance to talk to him during the start of this one.
Yep, so we just
Nope,
spoke
that's your
with-
spot, Coach.
Just spoke with Jeremy Anderson, and now we're going to be able to speak with the victorious Coach Vass, who pulls out a nice victory this evening.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, it was hard fought. We knew it was going to be. And, Macomb has a good program. Jeremy does a great job over there. It's a battle every time we get together, no matter who wins.
Absolutely. We get
Step aside here, I think, for the national anthem.
In the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Keely Lee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
all right. Miss Keely Lieb singing the national anthem there before we get started for game number 6 of the BPC Spartan Tip-Off Classic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Again, we have Coach Vass along with us here from Illini Bluff. See the Tigers able to sneak by Macomb 48-44 and had a tough night last night playing West Prairie 57-50, though ultimately pulling out on top. So we'll get Coach Vass's thoughts as we go on throughout this game, have him here with us.
Ethan Carlisle.
Ethan Carlisle will start for the Illini West Chargers. So
Number 22, Trey Niederman.
Trey Niederman as well. We just talked about him with Coach Anderson as how he was played really well on Monday night.
Yeah, he did. He really lit things up, but the Bombers really doing a good job last night, clamping down on him, holding him to 10 points in the contest.
And number 40,
35 Wes Smith and 40 Wes Jackson. So Wesley Robertson not in the starting lineup. I believe we saw him in the starting lineup on Monday evening.
He played a lot. He did start, I think, last night. We saw a lot out of him.
Chargers are coached by Mr. Blaze Kimmel.
Blaze Kimmel, the head coach there for Illini West.
Spartan.
Now we'll meet the BPC Spartans,
Number 2,
who are hosting the tournament.
Paul.
Connor Palm. We got some good minutes there
Number 3,
on Monday.
Beekman.
Rock Beekman as well. He wears number 3.
Love.
Talon Love, who wears number 10. He had some foul trouble in the game that we called on Monday early on, but got some good minutes towards the end of that one.
Jackson Groudage.
And number 42, Jackson Groudage. Those are your starting lineups for both of the respective squads. Tyler Snyder, the head coach there for Bushnell-Prairie City. So, Coach, while we got you here, let's
go ahead.
Get some thoughts on your game here tonight against the Macomb Bombers.
Sure enough. So it's a good tough ball game, just like we knew it would be every time Macomb and IB gets together. It's a battle. Two good programs, or two programs that have good athletes, and they love to play basketball, and that's what we come here to do.
Coach, I thought you guys played real well last night starting the regular season. A tough one with West Prairie. Mr. Copeland kind of lit things up pretty good for the Cyclones, and you guys weathered that storm there in the second half and came out with that 7-point win.
Yeah, our defense picked it up in the second half, which we needed to. We didn't identify him very well, but we were down a man, and first game jitters and all that kind of business. But we talked about it today. Obviously did not have a chance to practice, but we were able to talk about it. And, we might have been looking past them a little bit because of the Macomb matchup that we had tonight. No doubt about that, too.
Sure.
Absolutely. So Bushnell with the basketball here on the quick turnover from Illini West. Coach, everybody will have the holiday off tomorrow, and then it's right back to action. You guys had Monday evening off, so we'll be playing consecutive games throughout the stretch on Friday and Saturday as well. So
yes, that's true. But high school basketball, that's what you have to do if you want to be successful.
Absolutely.
Especially in tournaments.
You'll get to look at this Illini West squad on Friday night in the early game.
Yes. As you said, they have some good shooters. They always tend to have some good shooters. I'm from that area. In fact, I'm born and raised and lived most of my life north of Carthage. And so I know all about Hancock County shooters, and they've got them.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, Ethan Carlisle with the 3-4 West or Illini West, and Connor Palm answers right back with another 3.
Connor Palm, something to say about the Bushnell shooters.
That's right. That's right. Little McDonough County rivalry there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Trey Niederman, who we talked about a lot on Monday, and I talked about him as a point of emphasis last night for Macomb. Wes Robertson, who we were just talking about, he gets his first 2 of the night. The Chargers take their lead 5-3, and for Coach Vass, coming down here playing in the BPC tournament every year, and always, one of my favorite teams to come and watch play here. And respect the work that you do with Illini Bluffs.
Well, thanks very much. I've logged a few minutes in this gym as a player and as a coach at a couple different schools. My Hamilton team won sectional right here on the year that we had a state run, and we had a sectional win here, a regional win with my IB team. So, wow, I kind of like this gym. Again, growing up in Dow City, a similar gym, coaching in Hamilton, identical gym.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
So, yep.
There's nothing quite like these old bulls.
No, love them. They're a great place to play.
So I always love coming here to the Bushnell gym over the bowl, I guess, would be probably the first bowl that I saw. I grew up at West Prairie, so having the
makes sense.
The one-sided gymnasium for the middle school.
And an awesome place, like you said, at Hamilton. Done several games over there over the years, and that's a fun gym when it's packed and rocking, just as well as this one is.
Yep. You played in the West Prairie, said one-sided gym. That must be the old Colchester
gym.
So when I was in high school, that was Colchester, and we played there.
Yes, I would say the Colchester Indians. My dad graduated there as well, and so he was playing down there. We had baseball practice in that gym as well as then the middle school also. Which is now the new high school there. They've got the one-sided gym as well too. So
Robertson with a field goal to put the Chargers up by 4. Well, Coach, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your day tomorrow and right back at it on Friday and Saturday.
Yep, that's what we're doing. I'm a basketball coach, so my family's already had our Thanksgiving. Basketball coaches don't get Thanksgiving and Christmas. We celebrate on the off time. So
right.
My family and I have had ours, so tomorrow will be a day off of rest for me, and I told the kids enjoy their families, but when the clock strikes midnight, they got to get back to focus to work.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming up after the game, and we will chat with you, I'm sure, on Friday and Saturday.
All righty, thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate
it. Coach. Yep. Coach Vass of Illini Bluffs, always doing fantastic things for the Illini Bluff Tigers, who are victorious this evening against Macomb. as we've got game 6 between the Chargers and Spartans. And the Chargers up to an early lead here, 9-3.
Robertson now with 4 in the contest for the Chargers.
And we talked about him, Chris, as one of the big pieces here for Illini West, a guy that is big but can play really well with just about anybody down low.
Looks like we've got a foul.
Let's go against Jackson Groudage of Bushnell. Oh, Jackson Groudage will go to the free throw line.
Right, Niederman going to be whistled for the foul, his first, and team foul number 1 here in the opening quarter.
On the live chat, looks like Dante Drake, Peoria Manual, 81-61 victory versus Sacred Heart Griffin tonight. So appreciate the intel there, Dante, as we get some scores from across the way. So always nice to see that. And Dante, love having you in the chat.
Parker Guppy checking into the lineup for BPC.
Groutage's second shot is no good, so 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Chargers lead this one by 6, though, here with about 4:08 left in the first half.
Wide open 3 for Brendan Grotz.
Is no good, and the Spartans now come the other way. Connor Palm, who has the lone 3 tonight for the Spartans. He matched that 3 when we were talking with Coach Vass after Carlisle had a 3. And that ball turned over there by Bushnell, and Wes Robertson comes away with it. 3 ball for Niederman. That one's off to the right, no good, but Wes Robertson with the rebound.
Also, number 35, Ethan McKim, of the ball game for the Bombers or for the Spartans, and Braylon Griffiths, number 40 for BPC as well.
Robertson working down low. His shot is no good. Ethan McKim fighting for it, but Connor Palm ends up coming away with that one for BPC. Under just about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in this first quarter from Bushnell-Prairie City High School. And a foul is called on the floor. We will see. It's going to go against Brennan Grotz.
That'll be his first and team foul number 2 here in the opening quarter.
A couple of substitutions as number 14, Kyle Stonger, the senior, will check into the ball game, and number 35, Wes Smith, the junior, into the basketball game as well. Groudage loses his dribble down low, and it's going to be a turnover on the jump ball tie-up. It'll be Charger basketball. (9-3), and I think we had a little bit of a issue down here, but nonetheless, we've got it all figured out. 2 fouls for the Chargers, none for Bushnell here early on. Get that updated on the scoreboard. 9-3, the Chargers lead it. Carlisle going to the rim, and how about that for Ethan Carlisle? That's just a pretty nice shot there, if I do say so myself.
5 for Carlisle, and an 8-point lead now for Illini West.
McKim puts up the shot. It's up no good, and Wes Robertson comes away with that rebound.
And Kim's going to pick up a foul as Smith was bringing it up into the cross center court.
And that's just a foul you don't really want to pick up there if you're McKim working down low with, or working across the timeline there with your.
It'll be his first, team's first. Talon Love and Brock Beekman back for the Spartans.
Trey Niederman will inbound the basketball here for Illini West, who has an 11-3 lead, 2:30 left first quarter. Carlisle on the hesitation will kick it back out for Niederman for 3. It's in and out, no good. And saved inbounds. Talon Love comes away with it. Bounce pass to Beekman, who loses it and hands it to Love so he can avoid the travel. Beekman, 18-foot jumper up, no good. McKim, second chance bucket, no good. How about a third chance, though? Kick it out, 3 ball for Bushnell, no good. And after 3 attempts, the Chargers finally recover.
Guppy with that 3 for BPC. That was no good.
And thank you for listening. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. If you're in the live chat, always like to know where our listeners are listening from. Be interactive. We'll be right there to talk with you. Niederman gets it to Stonger, out Robertson for 3. It's no good, a little too much on that one. And some chirping going on here at Bushnell-Prairie City. And the Chargers come away with it and Trey Niederman. And it's blocked there. Talon Love got nothing but ball there. Oh, another block.
How about Robertson says I can match that as well at the other end.
Trey Niederman lays it in. He was just hanging out here at the other end of the court after the block, and he will get that. So how about that? 13-3, the Chargers with an early 10-point lead. We will take a quick break and be back right after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. They score 13-3. The Chargers lead the Spartans here early. Chris, your thoughts so far?
BPC hitting that 3. They've kind of, well, it's now a 10-0 run for Illini West. We were tied at 3. Chargers hit at 3. Connor Palm comes down and hits a 3 to tie the game up, but it's been all Illini West since then. A 10-0 run. 1:05 to play here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, just as Chris said, the Spartans have kind of fluttered out after that 3 early on by Palm. And it's been Illini West since then. Brock Beekman will inbound the basketball for number 40, Braylon Griffiths, who's checked into the basketball game for BPC. And that ball tipped around, and Love comes away with it. Griffiths wants 3, lets it fly. It's up just a little short off the rim, and it'll be ball out of bounds, and it will be Illini West basketball. Connor Upton will check in. He's going to check in for Ethan McKim, who had some really good minutes for Bushnell here early on. 48 seconds left, first quarter. (13-3). Niederman, and when we talked about him early on in the pregame, about how he had a great game on Monday and then was just almost silenced last night. Stonger for 3, it's up no good. Rebound on the floor, and Bushnell comes away with it, except for Trey Niederman, who gets it right back for Illini West.
Good job by Griffiths there for BPC to get the rebound, but just poked away by Niederman, and Illini West with another possession down to 15 seconds on the clock.
So I'd say if you're Illini West here, you probably want to take the last shot, I would say. We'll see what they want to do, though. Rotz, Niederman, 3 ball, good.
Ring it up.
Trey Niederman for 3, and that is how the first quarter comes to an end. The Chargers of Illini West lead at 16-3 over the VPC Spartans. We'll step away for a quick break and be back for the final 8 minutes of the first half between the Spartans and the Chargers on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. It is the second quarter, ready to go between the Chargers and Spartans. They're looking at the Spartan bench right there. Head coach Tyler Snyder for Bushnell-Prairie City doing a great job there for Bushnell trying to get his troops rallied down 16-3, though.
Niederman with 5 in the quarter. Carlisle also with 5, 2 for Gratz and 4 for Robertson. And the 3, as we mentioned, for Connor Palm. Be Spartan basketball to start the second quarter. Illini West up 16-3 over BPC.
So if you're Coach Tyler Snyder there, Chris, what are you saying to your team to get yourself rallied?
You just, you know, you still got a lot of basketball to play. You know, that's only one quarter. You know, try and slow down. I think, you know, we've missed several inside shots. In that one series, they had 3 chances up close, couldn't get anything to drop, and just slow things down and use a little patience. And now we're going to get a turnover and a foul on Talon Love for BPC.
Yep, Love just trying to come away with the pass there down low and was unable to corral it. It is the Spartan first foul of the second. As fouls do reset after each quarter, that is. 16-3, 7:30 left here in the first half. Ethan Carlisle with the basketball to Rowan Jackson, who has recently checked in for Illini West. Carlisle, touch pass to Gratz, now to Niederman, now to Carlisle. 3-ball up and is no good. Ringed out Talon Love away with the basketball for Bushnell. Connor Upton, we've seen him take some 3-point shots. Knocked down a few of them as well, so can be pretty sharp beyond the arc. Down low for Love. Back out to Griffiths, who turns it over. He was looking for Love, but Niederman read him there. Niederman lay it up. He can't get it to fall. Second chance points for Illini West, no good. And Connor Palm away with the basketball, who might be the shortest one out of the bunch, but he's got the basketball and is able to draw a foul against Illini West. So nice work there by Connor Palm.
I didn't see who they put the foul.
Trey Niederman.
Okay.
He'll
so
pick the foul up.
Niederman's second, or his first, I should say. My apologies.
Yep. I think they had it wrong down at the scores table for a second as well. Yep, foul number 1 it should be for Niederman. It is. Checking into the ball game, number 15 for Bushnell, that is D. Ruffin. We saw a lot of him last night.
And we're going to get a Illini West foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Niederman. That's going to be 2 quick fouls on Trey Niederman. And they're saying no, it is. They're saying no, his second.
Yeah, okay, there we go. So second foul there. They said third at the first. I was going to say Niederman playing with 3 fouls here early on in the first would be not a good thing. And that ball almost hits some people out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover.
But they were trying to get D-Ruff in there on the baseline. The bat sailed over his head. We see Robertson back for Illini West, and Niederman going to check out. We're going to see the freshman got some good minutes last night for Illini West. Miles Ware.
It's like Tony Graybill is in the chat again. We spoke on Monday and saying slow down to Bushnell. You guys can do this. Cheering on from home. So always nice to see the love for the athletes in the chat. Spartans down early, 16-3. Talon Love will get it to D. Ruffin here for Bushnell. Down low to Upton, kicks it out to Palm. 3-ball up and in and out, no good. And that one just kind of tipped around. D. Ruffin comes away with it for Bushnell. 3-ball is up, no good. And I believe that's Rowan Jackson who comes away with it. It is the senior from Illini West on the rebound. (16-3), 5:30 left here in the first half between the Chargers and the Spartans. 3-ball up, no good. That was Miles Weir, the freshman, on that attempt. Jackson, jumper up, no good. Talon Love away with the rebound.
Yeah, the Illini West maybe see Jackson put that. He had some space to put the ball on the floor, maybe drive in a little closer.
Jackson maybe settling there, but it's just
good rebound for Jackson now at the other end.
Able to come away with the basketball is Illini West. Dumps it off Gratz. Robertson thought about the 3. He had a 3-point attempt earlier on in this one. And we'll set it up now with Carlisle up top. Carlisle a 3 as well. Gratz, Carlisle, they move it around the outside, looking down low for Robertson, who puts it up and can't get it to fall. Talon Love has been rebounding very well for Bushnell on this end of the court.
Yes, he has on the defensive end for the Spartans.
Down low and a reaching foul. It's going to be charged to number 40 of Illini West. That is Rowan Jackson, the senior. Picks up that foul, the Charger third foul. Ooh, excuse me. Yes, third foul of this.
And that's his first. And Beekman back for BPC as Palm going to check out. And also McKim going to check into the ball game for Jackson Gradich.
So nice to see Ethan McKim back into the ball game. Connor Upton will inbound the basketball in the no-look pass out to Brock Beekman. He works with Carlisle. And now over to Upton, and now to D. Ruffin on the outside. Timeout taken by Coach Snyder, and he will take a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here, though, 16-3. Wes Smith will check in for the Chargers out of the timeout. We're taking a look at the Bushnell-Prairie City cheerleading squad here. We talked about our cheerleaders earlier on. Macomb brought theirs, and Illini Bluffs as well. Always nice to see them here cheering on their basketball squads here in the Bushnell-Prairie City Thanksgiving Spartan Tip-Off Classic. We've had a pretty good night here at BPC. Got that first game between Macomb and Illini Bluffs and a 48-44 game. Foul away from the ball against
Connor Upton.
Upton, who did not like the foul, had some words for the official, but nonetheless, it's turnover, and it'll be Illini West basketball. 16-3 as Ethan Carlisle will bring things up here for the Chargers, who has it tipped away by McKim.
Just realized we've had no scoring in this quarter. That was the score at the end of the first quarter, and we played over half of the second quarter. And there we go. As soon as they say something, it's right? Brennan Gratz with a big 3 for Illini West.
Brennan Gratz with a 3-ball. That one just was a pretty shot, went up, had the arc. And
now Gratz with a steal.
Yeah.
Brennan. Over and back. Yep, I was going to say he had possession with the left foot on the their offensive side of midcourt and stepped back over the center court line, so the over and back will give it back to BPC.
It's kind of unfortunate there if you're Gratz, right? You're making a big
great
play
defensive play, but it's just unfortunate.
Unfortunate spot right in the court there.
Right.
Beekman with the basketball, kicks it out to D. Ruffin, who gets it tipped away there by McKim, and kind of the same sort of idea as McKim just fighting for it all over the court. It is a traveling violation on Bushnell. Turn it over, Charger basketball. McKim, not a lot you can do there either.
No.
Carlisle will receive the inbound as head coach of the Illini West Chargers, Blaze Kimmel. Down low to Robertson and a pushing foul.
I think maybe you're Ruffin.
Yeah, Ruffin or McKim, we'll see.
It's going to be Ruffin.
Yep. D. Ruffin picks up the foul for the Spartans. 3 fouls apiece for both squads. Checking into the ball game, Xander Jones, who wears number 5 for the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans.
Check in for Upton.
Upton takes a breather. He's been in the basketball game here for a pretty good amount of minutes. Gratz wants 3, and how about that? Brennan Gratz, he's 2 for 2 from the free throw, or from the 3-point arc. How about that?
That's 8 points, leads the way for the Illini West Chargers.
They lead this one 22-3. Beekman puts up the shot. It's good, and he brings the first points for the Spartans since early in the first with 2 points on the floater jump shot there.
Yeah, that 3 by Palm was in that first minute, so under the 3-minute mark, so quite a scoring drought for BPC.
Let's see if that can kickstart some momentum for the Spartans, and good defense there by Love. Was able to get his hand in there. Checking in is number 40, Braylon Griffiths. Braylon Griffiths is in. Ethan Carlisle will receive the inbound pass for Illini West. Illini West wearing the navy uniforms, the orange numerals, very sharp if I say so myself.
Yeah, they had the orange unis on last night.
You know, they probably got some white uniforms in there as
block,
well.
nice block by Love.
Talon Love is
reverse layup there by Wes Smith. Love says, I don't think so.
Beekman adds 2 more. Brock Beekman's playing pretty well here for the Spartans as of late. Has the last 4 for Bushnell. 22-7. Ethan Carlisle brings things up for Illini West. Minute 40 left here, first half. Wes Smith kicks it out to Weird, out to Carlisle. As the Chargers will reset on offense. 22-7 your score. Grotz for 3. He's 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. And back out Carlisle. Thought about a really deep 3. And a traveling violation.
Oh, nice job by BPC there with Beekman and Jones doing a double team and forcing the travel violation with 1:13 to play here in the first half.
And Miles Weir, the freshman there on the turnover.
Kyle Stronger, number 14, the senior, into the ball game for Illini West.
Beekman with the basketball. He's working up there with Grotz, who is just disappointed in himself there for picking up that foul. He was playing pretty close there on Beekman, and the official calling the foul. Not sure what foul number that is on Grotz.
Second.
Okay, Brennan Grotz, second foul. Griffiths with the basketball for Bushnell. Beekman just kind of had to throw it up there as he was hit, and Wes Robertson away with a rebound for Illini West. 50 seconds left first half. Chargers and Spartans. From BPC, Spartans hosting this tournament. And just kind of playing keep away here are the 3 Chargers up at the top. They want to take some time off the clock.
Yeah, I would expect the Chargers now with 30 seconds just to hold for the final shot of the period.
Robertson's working with Griffiths, who now gets Jones there, but Grotz able to bury it away. We'll see what they want to do, though. They've got to have some sort of a play drawn up.
Expect they'll roll towards the basket a little more with about 8 to 10 seconds to play.
And here you go, 8 to 10 seconds. Carlisle will flip it out.
Maybe not.
Wes Robertson, and they're just going to have him take it, but Wes Smith says, I got it.
Right place, right time. The ball poked away, and Smith there to put the easy bunny up and push the lead to 17 at the break for Illini West.
24-7 is your score. We will step away for a quick interview. We'll be back with some halftime stats after that. But the Chargers leading the Spartans early, 24-7. You're watching TSSR Game Time live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, you know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
And welcome back to Halftime with Joanna Edson. Joanna, you've been at MDH since 2010. Is that what you said to me earlier?
Correct.
So what do you do here at MDH?
I'm the Director of Behavioral Health and Psychiatry.
Okay. Director of Behavioral Health and Psychiatry. You're relatively new to the director role.
Correct.
But you've been here for several years. What have you done to get to this point?
I started out as a after-hours crisis worker and then was hired full-time 2 years later, so 2012. And then I was a therapist until I took the director position.
So what is it that's kept you at MDH? Obviously, if you've stayed as long as you have, there's something about MDH that keeps you here and makes you feel like you're doing something special. What is that?
I always wanted to work at MDH. I started, I actually have 2 masters after my first master's. I got in community health education. I wanted to come work here as a health educator, but nurses were getting hired for those positions. And so I had to take a different route. So then I worked for Teen Parent Services, and I started a homeless shelter and ran that for 11 years. Went back to school and got my master's of social work, and then I ended up here.
So you've taken a roundabout road to get to MDH. So if you've always wanted to work at MDH, what was it about MDH that made you want to come here?
I don't know. I just like the hospital vibe.
As the director now, you've been here, you've worked outside the hospital before you came to the hospital. You've worked in the hospital. Do you think that well-rounded, I should say, experience will allow you to do your job as a director a little bit better?
I believe all things happen for a reason. So there was a reason I wasn't hired all those years ago. It gave me opportunities to do things that I always wanted to also do, which was open a homeless shelter. There was a time when I was working for Teen Parent Services where I was running into a lot of homeless teens who also were either pregnant or had babies. And some of them were living with me. So we moved towards opening a shelter so they would have housing. And I was there for 11 years, which gave me a lot of insight into people and services in the community and how to help people. My desire to go back to school for my master's of social worker was to kind of help people at a deeper level, a more permanent level, help them figure out what keeps them getting into situations that are not good for them.
All right. Behavioral health, you see people at their worst times a lot of times. I mean, the hospital is a physical problem issue, but also behavioral health, you see them at their worst times on the mental side of things too. How do you deal with that kind of stuff on a regular basis, and how does MDH help the people that you guys have to deal with on that level?
I think that all of the other jobs helped me develop really good boundaries. I think we have to do what we can, which is not fix everything. And in this situation, a lot of times you're getting them to the next step. So if there's an emergency, you're getting them through that emergency and then going to find a different place for what's the next step that's going to work best for them. Same with mental health. If they come in crisis, we're going to help them get to work through whatever is emergent and then figure out, do they need counseling, hospitalization, where do we need to have them go next?
Okay, Joanna, we talked about you have you've been a part of the community for a long time, and one of the new things at MDH is the Children's Play Therapy Room. Can you touch on that a little bit before we head back to the second half?
Sure. The play therapy room is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I've been doing sand tray therapy with kids, which is a way for them to work through their trauma or problems in a way that they don't have to use words. And I always, to do it well, you have to have a special room and it has to be set up a certain way. And I had planned to do it a few years ago, and then COVID hit, and then we had, so it just got delayed. when I took over as director, there was a room available, and the former director said, "Why don't you do your play therapy room that you've been wanting to do for a while?" And it started from there, and the foundation office helped us put supplies in there, and we also had a lot of toys and things that we already used in other offices. So it's a beautiful room. Kids are loving it, and it's making a huge difference.
And one of the cool things, there's no electronics in there, right?
Correct.
And there's a reason for that, I'm sure.
It's set up and designed just to be very peaceful and calming and quiet.
All right, we'll be back with the second half right after this.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. It is halftime between the Spartans and the Illini West Chargers. It is 24-7. The Chargers kind of in control of this one here as we head to the second half. And Chris, some halftime stats.
Yeah, both teams really struggled there in the second quarter. It was well over the 4-minute mark before Illini West finally got a bucket on the board, but it was 16-3 after one, and BPC outscored 8-4 in the second. 24-7 is the halftime score for BPC. Brock Beekman with 4 and Connor Palm with 3 for Illini West. It is Brendan Gratz with 8 points, had a couple of threes, back-to-back threes in that second quarter. He's at 8 points in the contest, 5 each for Ethan Carlisle and Trey Niederman, 4 for Wes Robertson, and 2, the buzzer beating 2 for Wes Smith. And that's the 24 points for Illini West, 24-7 in favor of the Chargers, as we're just a couple minutes away from getting the second half underway.
We will step away for a quick break, and then we'll be back for the final 16 minutes of this one between the Spartans and the Illini West Chargers. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets a much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School, and it is night number 3 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic here from Bushnell, Illinois. Game number 6 of the tournament as well.
Of course, taking the night off tomorrow, and 2 games on Friday at 6 and 7, and 5 and 6:30 on Saturday night to wrap it up.
Yeah, so a lot of basketball this week here, and we had some basketball last week. The Lady Bomber Classic was going on, and now we're here in the men's variety over in Bushnell. Always a staple here in the IHSA in this part of the woods. It'll be Bushnell basketball to start the third as they look to get something going here. Connor Upton with the basketball for Bushnell. Does look like the main starters for both squads are back out there. 5 starters for each squad. That ball tipped out of bounds just beyond the reach of number 42, Jackson Groudage, and it'll be a quick turnover for Bushnell.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to Groudage over on the far side of the ball. I think actually was tipped by Illini West, and then off of Groudage as he tried to corral the errant pass.
Ethan Carlisle with the basketball for Illini West. Nice find there, but a block on
Love, but he got a lot of body on that one, so that will be his first. Nope, that is his second. My apologies.
Might have been a clean block, but his whole
He
body
still got a lot of body on that.
Right into Wes Robertson, who obviously delayed the shot there with the foul given by Love. Wes Robertson a little bit short on that one on the first free throw. Chargers lead by 17. And the second one in and out, so 0 for 2 for Wes Robertson.
Yeah, that one halfway down and rolled back out.
So a couple of quick potential easy buckets there for Robertson do not rattle home. And Spartans the other way with the basketball. It's Connor Upton. Now to Beekman. He's working with Carlisle. Beekman has 4 points. Had those 4 towards the end. Upton lets it fly from deep for 3. And that one is no good. And Illini West coming away with it. Niederman able to corral the pass from Carlisle. Now we'll kick it out over to Gratz. And Illini West is going to slow things down here and find the shot they want. 24-7, 6:42 to go here in the third quarter. Carlisle to Gratz. He has a couple of threes, so we'll have to keep an eye on him.
Good defense there by Palm for BPC.
Carlisle will inbound the basketball. Keep an eye out here on Rowan Jackson around the outside. We'll see. They want to go to him. Yep, and they just kind of kick it back, and I think Robertson, a nice play by Gratz just to save it in.
I was kind of surprised that he got it, and he got it in the offensive set for side of the midcourt line. Thought maybe just let it go and not, but he risked it over and back, but a nice save there to get the possession for Illini West.
Connor Palm coming away with a rebound there. He was working with Rowan Jackson. And good effort there by Palm. Brock Beekman with the basketball at the top. He gives it out to Palm. We've seen him shoot it from beyond 3 in the tournament. And that one just ends up sneaking out of Niederman's hand. And he almost corralled that pass.
He almost did, yeah. A good hustle there by Trey Niederman for Illini West.
Niederman, like we talked about, had a fantastic Monday night. Goodness, I reminded a couple of words there, but fantastic Monday night. Had 21 points in the game against West Prairie. And then was kind of quiet last night, but, you know, we haven't seen a lot of him here tonight, but kind of a low-scoring affair, 24-7. Gratz for 3, it's up no good, and Connor Upton away with the basketball for Bushnell-Prairie City.
Again, a little scoring drought again by both squads. 2.5 into the quarter, and no points on the board here in the second half.
Upton from 3, it's up no good. Rebound Ethan Carlisle, and the Illini West Chargers the other way. Robertson touch pass to Niederman. Kick it up to Gratz. He's working with Palm. Carlisle 3-ball up, it's no good. Wes Robertson almost had the putback and a foul. It will.
I think it's going to go on Robertson as he and Love a little bit of contact.
I think that's going to go on Rowan Jackson. It will. So Jackson will pick that foul up.
All right, that's his second.
Jackson and Robertson were right there, and it went on either one of them and ended up going on Rowan Jackson. Jackson, the senior at Illini West. Routledge, he's working with Jackson, who we just talked about. Now we'll kick it back out to Upton, who goes to Palm. Palm working with Gratz at the top of the key. Swing it to Beekman on the right wing. Beekman towards the basket, lay it up and in. Brock Beekman with 2 points. And he's got 6 tonight of the 9. That is 67% of the points for Brock Beekman.
So that first field goal coming at about the 4:30 mark here again. Like I said, both teams struggling here scoring in the second half.
Routledge comes away with the rebound there and able to tiptoe to stay in bounds. 4:09 left here, third quarter, and Carlisle hits the deck. Beekman to Upton for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. And a rebound to Illini West. Ball tipped around.
Nice pass.
And a beautiful pass to Brennan Grotz.
That's going to put him in double figures with 10, and first field goal for the Chargers here in the second half at the 3:40 mark.
Beekman for 2. How about Brock Beekman? Have yourself a night, kid. He's turned it on for Bushnell-Prairie City, who have reached double digits. It's 26-11.
8 now for Beekman.
And he's got the last 8 for Bushnell.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
3 by Palm in the first quarter. It's been all Brock Beekman the rest of the way for BPC.
So for Illini West, how do you stop Brock Beekman? Got 8 consecutive scores for Bushnell. That shot up no good. Ball fought for on the floor. Trey Niederman comes away with the offensive rebound, though. You got a big old spider here on the back of the
Almost had a third member of the broadcast team. Or fourth.
Yeah, we got a pretty nice looking spider here who's joined us.
Yeah, he's hanging out on the top corner of the screen now.
For myself, I'm not a big spider guy myself, so I'm,
Yeah.
There he goes. Oh, here he comes. He's coming up towards the USB port now. How about Chris getting rid of the spider?
No.
Oh, no, he didn't. Now we got rid of him. All right. How about that? 26-11. The Chargers lead this one. D. Ruffin for 2. It's up no good. Rebound fought for on the floor, and Ethan Carlisle comes away with it for Illini West.
I'm not just an on-air talent. I'm a pest removal expert.
Chris Frankhauser, pest removal. Give him a call. Here he is, folks. Robertson dump pass to Carlisle down low. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound to Bushnell on the floor. That's Griffiths away with the rebound. Bushnell the other way with D. Ruffin. He's going. Dips it out to Palm, who wants 3. It's up no good. Fought for, and Upton did not get a hand on that one. It was off of an Illini West Charger
I think
hand.
it was Wes Smith maybe in the 35 that tipped it away out of bounds for the Chargers.
And
Upton tried to go inbounds to Love. Love turned his back, and the ball goes off the Illini West player, stays with BPC.
that went right off Niederman. Upton lets it fly from 3. It's no good. And keep an eye out there as the Illini West bench starting to chirp their blocking foul charge to Talon Love. Doesn't like it. And doesn't like the retaliation that the official had for him either.
Third on Love, team second.
Upton will head to the bench. Ethan McKim back in. Xander Jones as well for Bushnell-Prairie City. Love will head to the bench with 3 fouls.
Also Ethan McKim, 35, back for the Spartans.
And Ethan Carlisle will inbound the basketball, tipped around. Hey, D. Ruffin coming away with it for Bushnell-Prairie City the other way. 26-11 your score. Minute 30 left here in this third quarter. Jumper by Griffiths up no good. Saved by McKim, but he gave it right to Kyle Stonger, the senior, for that one. Stonger just recently checked in for Illini West. And he's got the basketball working on the right wing with Connor Palm, who now will dump it off there to Niederman. Illini West with the basketball here. Closing in, 60 seconds left, third quarter. Robertson jumper up no good. Ethan McKim away with a rebound. Ruffin down to Palm. He beats Robertson, lays it up. Can't get it. Ethan McKim is blocked by Smith, but a foul charge.
A little bit of body contact by Smith, but otherwise it looked like a pretty good all-ball block.
I think that's where the official called the foul there on Smith. He got the hand clean block, but put a little bit of body into Ethan McKim, so he'll shoot a pair of free throws here. First one is up
too
and no
strong.
good. Thank you for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And that one too strong. Both of them off to the left side of the rim.
Spartans and the Illini West Chargers, Game 6 of the BPC Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Ball tipped around, good play by Griffiths, who gets it, was going to get it to Jones. It's blocked by Robertson, who comes away with a rebound. Good defensive play by Wes Robertson with 10 seconds left. Stonger tips it away to Jones. Jones just got to get rid of it. Stonger, Carlisle instead for three. It's up no good. And on the turnover, no points from there. 26-11. The Chargers lead the Spartans by 15. We head to the fourth between the Chargers and Spartans. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to BPC. 26-11 is your score. Go through some live reads here. Tonight's games brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer those Spartans on to victory. And also by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pastas, sandwiches, and of course pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell, and they also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101.
That sounds pretty tasty right about now.
It does.
Rosie's always a family favorite in our household.
And how about by M&B Furniture as well? Bushnell's only furniture store, M&B Furniture, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, as that shot is up no good, and a rebound to the Chargers. Stop in and see those fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. And you can also call them at the phone number listed, 309-772-2111.
Let's see, Parker Guppy into the lineup for BPC. Kyle Stronger back for Illini West.
Fourth quarter. (26-11). McKim away with the rebound, jump ball tie-up. It's going to stay here. It is still, 26-11. This has been a pretty low-scoring affair.
Yeah, BPC outscoring Illini West 4-2 in that third quarter.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring we saw in the third there. Tipped around, and Kyle Stonger comes away with the rebound, or comes away with the inbound pass there for Illini West. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be Charger basketball, and we'll see who inbounds. It'll be Grotz to inbound for Illini West. Three timeouts remain for the Spartans, all 5 for the Illini West Chargers. Stonger picked up his foot there. He's going to have to kick it back out to Niederman, who's working with Griffiths. No-look pass to Jackson, and a traveling violation. Turnover, Illini West.
Yeah, I tried to do the head fake, but moved the feet at the same time, so turnover to BPC. 6:57 to play. Spartans trail it by 15, 26-11.
See if the Spartans can come down the floor here, come walk away with some points, get the momentum back in their favor. McKim, jumper up, no good. Rebound to Niederman of the Chargers. Niederman working with D. Ruffin. Might have got away with a foul there. Tips it off to Rowan Jackson, who adds 2.
First 2 of the night for Jackson. 17-point lead for Illini West.
Ruffin with the basketball at the top of the key, working with Niederman. Kicks it out. 18-foot jumper up, no good there from the Spartans. And number 23, let's
Parker
see.
Guppy.
Yep, Parker Guppy, who is checked in after this fourth quarter. That one up, no good. On the floor, and D. Ruffin away with a rebound for Bushnell. Ruffin.
Offensive
foul. That's the right call there. As Ruffin kind of lowered his shoulder into the defender who had his feet planted. Jackson Groudage and Ethan Carlisle will come in for their respective teams. Ethan McKim will head to the bench. And how about Miles Weir? He wants to join the party as well, the freshman.
Griffin's second. First team foul on BPC here in the fourth quarter.
28-11. And hey, Brock Beekman back in. He's got 8 of the 11 points, so you might as well. He's the last scorer for the Spartans.
Yeah,
so.
He's had all the last 8.
I believe he's got any fouls either,
No.
so. Brock Beekman's had a pretty sharp game for the Spartans. Floater up, no good there, and a foul, against Gratz. He knew it right as he was going up for the rebound against Groudage, who had him boxed out but reached up and over. It's a foul for Groudage, his third, and the Charger first of the fourth quarter.
Third on Gratz. First team foul here in the fourth for Illini West.
Down low, tipped around there by Beekman, who now has it up top. He'll kick it out to Jones, loses his dribble for a second. Working with Groudage, that's with Gratz. Gratz and Groudage on the floor. Beekman, jumper is up, no good. He just kind of wanted to get rid of it there.
Yeah, he lost the handle on the dribble, so what he got, instead of putting it on the floor, he just threw up a shot. And
pretty close, too.
Yeah, Illini West with the rebound and another offensive possession.
I would say, why not there if you're Beekman? You got 8 points tonight. Hey, Xander Jones wants in on the action, too. He comes away with a steal, gives it to Guppy, who is going to almost a little reverse layup.
Got it too far under the basket.
Didn't really have anywhere to go. Weir puts up the shot, and looked like the official wanted to call a foul there, but he does not. The ball out of bounds, and it'll be D. Ruffin on the inbound for Bushnell. 28-11, under 5 minutes left. D. Ruffin wants 3, it's up no good. Rebound to Illini West. Illini West basketball as Connor Palm will check in. Number 2. D. Ruffin will head to the bench. We have not seen Connor Upton or Talon Love for
quite a while here.
Definitely probably see them in this latter half of this one.
I would expect so.
2 of the starters for Bushnell. Carlisle, he's working with Palm, kicks it out to Weir, the freshman, who's played really well tonight for a freshman going up against a lot of upperclassmen. There he wanted the 3, now gonna, nice, no look pass there to Jackson, and bodies hit the floor. Foul against, I think that's going to be
Weir.
Yep, I think he is going to pick that foul up. We'll see. Ooh, no, Rowan Jackson comes away with that foul.
Okay, and if that's on Jackson, I think that, they say they're his third, I think.
Anyway, he's got some foul trouble. We'll keep you posted on the official there as Wes Robertson and Kyle Stonger will be checking in. Carlisle for 2, it's good. Lays it up and lays it in, 30-11. The Chargers starting to run away with this one.
7 for Carlisle. Jones going to fire up a 3, no good.
Rowan Jackson away with the rebound, who we just talked about with the foul. We'll likely see him come out for Wes Robertson. Foul before the shot. This is going to go on Connor Palm.
Well, or is it going to go on Guppy?
Let's see. You're right, yes. Parker Guppy will pick that foul up. And hey, there's Talon Love. We just were talking about him, as well as Braylon Griffiths will check in. Wes Robertson with the basketball on the inbound. 3:35 left, fourth quarter. Weir has it kicked away.
Around.
And Palm away with it. He's just going to throw it up, and he almost made something happen there as he almost lost it. Hey, into the lineup for the Chargers, number 32, Cash Jones, the sophomore, checks in, and how about that? 3 ball for Kyle Stonger is good. 33-11, the Chargers triple the score of the Spartans. I think that one's going to go on, might go on Cash Jones. And the sophomore, actually, no, I think it's going to go, we'll see what it's going to be on. Indeed it will, yes.
Was.
Cash Jones will pick that foul up. Cash Jones picks up the Charger foul, and the first shot is good for Brock Beekman.
Gets him 9 as we see number 20, Reese Reimolds, into the ballgame for the first time for BPC.
Now 9 of 12, I would say that's 75%.
And hits both of them. Puts him in double figures with 10.
Now 10 of 12. That percentage, that goes up.
Well, 10 of the 13, yeah.
10 of 13, so, or 11 of 13. No, 10
he's
of
got
13.
10. Yeah, he's got 10.
10 of 13. You know, I'm going to look at the what that is.
We're with it for Illini West.
That is 77% of the points Brock Beekman has supplied. Cash Jones is fouled there by a Spartan number 24, Ryan Adler, who has checked into the ball game for Bushnell.
Let's see, Upton and Jones looks like coming off the Spartan bench to check in. Number 4, Aiden Hawker, also going to check in, it looks like, for Illini West.
Well, now we kind of get into the foul department. 5 timeouts still for Illini West. Cash Jones' first shot is up, no good on the free throw. And like Chris said, Aiden Hawker into the ball game. Brock Beekman gets a nice hand as he'll head to the bench. 2:41 left. Connor Upton is in. And Jones' second free throw is up, no good. A rebound of the Spartans. And number 20, Reese Reimolds, who is in for Bushnell-Prairie City. Shot up by Griffiths is good.
His first 2?
Yeah, Braylon Griffiths with 2 points. He wants in on the scoring if you're the Spartans. 33-15. 3 ball for Stonger, up no good. Rebound on the floor there for Illini West. How about 2? And count it in a foul. Caleb Sharek with 2 points.
Reese Reimolds whistled for the foul, his first. Team's 4th.
Shrek for the 3-point play. He can't get it. But Cash Jones comes away with a rebound. The Chargers wanted more, but ball out of bounds there, was looking for Hawker and couldn't get it to him. 20-point game, 2:07 left in this one. Xander Jones will inbound the basketball here. Braylon Griffiths with it for Bushnell. Now to Upton. Kick it around now down low. There is the Spartans, and shot up no good. Rebound to Illini West. Weir to Shrek, now down low to Jones. He wants it, and he gets it. Cash Jones with 2 points.
His first 2.
Nice to see for the sophomore. As he rattles home his first 2 of the night. 37-15. Griffiths shot up no good. Rebound fought for on the floor, and I think Shrek comes away with it. He does. Caleb Shrek, the freshman. And now
just a quick 30-second, not even, just a quick timeout to get some subs in for Illini West.
Check in on who those are. Number 34, Diego Melendez, the senior, is in.
Number 11.
Yep, that is Joshua Mullen, the junior, will check in as well. So nice to see them get some minutes
Absolutely.
left here. always a class act to get your guys some minutes. In a game where you got a pretty good handle on things, get some guys some meaningful minutes always helps them in their development too. Sharek with the basketball, the freshman. On the pick and roll looking for Jones, and that is going to be an offensive foul. Charge to Cash Jones. So it'll be Bushnell basketball. 37-15 your score. Griffiths with the basketball. He's working up with Melendez, the senior. Now out for the Spartans. There's a 3-ball for Jones. It's up no good. Rebound on the floor. Griffiths comes away with it and just kind of shovels it off to Jones. No, behind the back. No look pass. 3-ball up no good for the Spartans.
That was Adler that took the 3.
He almost got it, Ryan Adler. Melendez puts up the shot. No, Jones for 2 though. Cash Jones adds
4
2
for him.
39-15, 20 seconds left. Let's see what the Spartans have. Xander Jones to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Cash Jones away with it. Griffiths with the offensive rebound. 10 seconds now. Out. Jones. 3-ball. It's no good. Braylon Griffiths away with it. Kicks it out. Upton for 3. It's no good. Connor Upton can't get it to fall. In the final here, 39-15. The Chargers defeat the Spartans. We'll go over a few more live reads, and then Chris will tally up the final scores, and we will maybe meet with one of the coaches. We'll see. Tonight's game is brought to you by Raritan State Bank. Raritan State Bank, Bushnell branch located on 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. And good luck to the Spartans. Raritan State Bank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. And also by King Family Chiropractic with locations in Bushnell and Macomb. Supports the Bushnell-Prairie City Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and in Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC, which is also 6932, and they also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85. So, Chris, you just about, or I can go over one more here. We'll do one more. Let's talk about Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business bank, as well as home and agricultural lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. Farmers and Merchants is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All righty, first for BPC, 10 points from Brock Beekman. He ties for a high scorer in the contest as Brennan Grotz also with 10 for Illini West, 3 for Connor Palm, and 2 for Braylon Griffiths. For Illini West, 10 for as mentioned, for Brennan Grotz, 7 for Ethan Carlisle, 5 for Trey Niederman, 4 each for Wes Robertson and Cash Jones, 3 for Kyle Stronger, 2 points for Caleb Shrecki, and also 2 for Wes Smith and Rowan Jackson. It was 24-7 at the half. Final score 39-15 in favor of the Tigers, or the Chargers from Illini West.
Yeah, the Chargers just kind of running away with that one towards the end, and the Spartans just not enough firepower coming out of that second half.
Both teams really struggled to put some scoring up early in the in that second quarter. There was a scoreless stretch of about 4 or 5 plus minutes by both squads, not putting up, as BPC actually outscored in the 8-4 in the second, but the third quarter is a 4-2 score. BPC outscoring Illini West in the third. So Not a lot of scoring there in the middle quarter. 16 in the opening quarter and 13 in the final quarter for Illini West. Actually, there's your margin pretty much right there in the contest. 39-15 again, final four in favor of Illini West.
Indeed, in fact, we will have hopefully Coach Tyler Snyder come up and speak with us here. We'll wait for him just for a couple of moments, and I believe he will be up to speak with us. We'll interview him, talk with him, get his thoughts after the game, and then be on our way here from night number 3 of the BPC Spartan Tip-Off Classic, which is always a fun one here. But right before Thanksgiving, we obviously wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
That is tomorrow. And we'll have the day off here at BPC tomorrow, but back at it Friday night for some more IHSA men's basketball.
Yeah, a couple games Friday night, 6 and 7:30, and then 5 and 6:30 on Saturday. Scheduled Illini West and Illini Bluffs on Friday at 6. Macomb with the night off on Friday, as it'll be Bushnell-Prairie City versus West Prairie at 7:30. And Saturday, West Prairie versus Macomb at 5, and BPC and Illini Bluffs at 6:30 to wrap up night number 5 of the Tip-Off Classic.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. Second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41, south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333 as we so continue to wait for Coach Snyder here, so he'll be on his way up.
And 39-15 the final.
We will step away for a quick commercial break and hopefully have Coach Snyder up here to talk about the Spartan and Charger game and the rest of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Both coaches still in the locker room, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here for your Wednesday evening, the night before Thanksgiving. We do thank you guys for listening to TSSR Game Time live, presented by MDH. Again, the final here, the Chargers defeat the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans 39-15. For Chris Frankhauser, I've been John Reynolds saying so long from PPC High, and we will see you Friday night.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
For games 7 and 8 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic.